Hello and welcome to today's video. Today is gonna be the first video of the Dutch 1000 series that I make this year. To take you along, say, on our route or our preparation for the Dutch 1000 in July. First question you may have, or maybe you've already guessed it from the intro, but what is the Dutch 1000? The Dutch 1000 is a 1000 kilometer motorcycle tour within 24 hours, so that's at least the challenge. The Dutch 1000 organized early July by a group of volunteers. They've prepared the route. They have certain checkpoints. So it's I haven't been there yet, but I assume it's well organized. It is organized around the longest day of the year. The longest day of the year is about you have about 16 hours, 16.5 hours. Of daylight, so yeah, you can maximize the riding time throughout the day in the light. As I mentioned, challenge is to complete the 1000 kilometers under 24 hours, which might not sound like a major challenge because 1000 kilometers on highways is not that far or not that difficult. You can do that in 10 hours. The Dutch 1000 doesn't go over the highway, but it utilizes back roads, small dike roads, pretty narrow roads. So the average speed will not be 100 kilometers an hour. I would be surprised if we push, say, 50 kilometers an hour on average. So that's the short introduction of the Dutch 1000. Am I gonna ride this alone? No, I'm gonna ride this together with Lucas, Brian and Martijn. So we're with a small group of 4 people. 4 people is a nice size group for such a ride. You shouldn't have a group that's really big. And of course, at least to me, it's more fun to ride it in a small group or with somebody than do it on your own. So in terms of experience, we differ a little bit. Luke and myself have the license for about 13 years. And Martijn and Brian, they have the license for 2-3 years, something like that. Luke and myself have been riding together for quite some time. Brian and Martijn, we've been riding with for about 2 years, not as often as Luke and myself ride together, but usually 4 or 5 times a year at least, probably a little bit more. So that's the group. What is the format? Because 1000 kilometers in a day over back roads will take you quite a bit of time. So how this event is organized is they have a camping or a campground that facilitates this ride. So we will arrive at the campground on Friday. The Dutch 1000 is on Saturday, and we will return home or leave the campground on Sunday. They organize a lot of stuff around it as well. So there's a barbecue on Friday. They have a lottery. There's a breakfast that you can book for both days. So it's well organized. Now you might ask, why should you prepare for such a ride? Well, I've touched upon the distance, the average speed, the type of roads that we will be riding. It's not highway and it will take quite a bit of time. My best guess is that we will take between 16 and 20 hours for the ride. So that is a lot of time that you need to sit in the saddle. And frankly, none of us in the group commutes by bike. We're all riding between 2,000 and 3,000 kilometers, or maybe maximum 5,000 kilometers a year, of which the majority we ride in a weekend that we go touring in Germany or Belgium. So we need to have some time in the seat, to prepare ourselves for this. There's other stuff that plays into this as well. You need to, or at least you need to experiment a little bit with the different circumstances. You cannot control everything. I mean, I'm not gonna ride in the rain just to practice for this, but it's a possibility during the Dutch 1000 that we have rain. I know for sure that we will ride a part in the dark. We you need to figure out how you deal with food, with drinks, how do you manage or plan the stops. So there's a lot of little things that go into such a big ride, where you can benefit from a bit of preparation. Frankly, I think we can get the 1000 kilometers done without much preparation, but I think it's a lot more enjoyable for us if we have done a little bit of preparation, because you set yourself up for success. You've ironed out some of the kinks that you might have, or some issues that you face during during some test rides. You can already figure out a solution, so it doesn't surprise you on the long tour. So what do I have in mind for preparation? Well, the first one is riding at night, and then specifically on dark roads, so unlit roads. And we will do a long ride where we start early in the morning, a bit similar what we've done a few years back, when we were too late entering the event, or when we were too late to enroll for the event, but do a 700 or 800 kilometer day tour over back roads, to get some time in the seat, to see if there's any issues with the bikes that we need to solve or fix before the Dutch 1000. So these are the two major rides that we will do in preparation. Then I will make another video about the afterthoughts of the night ride and preparation for the long ride. So what do I take along for a day tour of 700-800 kilometers, and what others do we also take that with us for the Dutch 1000. After that, I'll make a video or have a talk about the biggest risk for the Dutch 1000, which is, in my opinion, it's going to be fatigue. So, and then I will take you along to the Dutch 1000, to the event. So the day before, the ride itself, the day after. It's actually as enjoyable as I think it will be, or as fun as I think it will be. Now, I hope you like this video. If you do, put a thumbs up. If there's any questions you have on the Dutch 1000, let me know down below, and I will see you the next time. Bye!